What's up, my people? In the new year, what do we got here on a new site? I was on this site about 8 years ago. This is a retention pond here. Did a lot of riprap, did a lot of culvert systems through here. I'll try to pick up some pictures of this. This is obviously before I was on YouTube. But we got a retention pond here. There's a catch basin. There used to be a pipe going out. That's all blocked off. So the homeowner, well, landowner, I should say, there's not a home on here yet. A few years away from that. He's going to abandon this as a retention pond and make it a swimming pond with a liner, fish, you know, the whole works. So that is the play. I got a kind of a sketch that he gave me. I'll also show you that. But we got some shaping up to do, and we'll go over everything in a bit. But I have to drain this pond. We got ice on it now. I'm just gonna get the water out of it. So what I got here is a smart pump that was sent to me. This is sent to me. It's called a Smart Bot. It's an auto flow. It's a smart system, which means basically it shuts off. You can let this run all day on the generator. If it runs out, it will shut off, and if it gets water, it will go on. There isn't a float. It's in the inside, so that's what makes it the smart system. I'll put a link in the description of that, and we will test to see how this thing actually holds up and works throughout the season. But it's going to be a good one. It's a 2-inch pump, and it has a bunch of adapters. You could shrink it down to a garden hose or whatnot too. But let's check it out. Let's see how tough it is first by just throwing it in the hole. Got the 2-inch lay flat hose. Throw that in the hole. It's got a rugged built design. It probably could take a little bit of beating. We'll definitely give it a run for its money. Gonna break a hole here. We'll get it in there and get her running. Let's get her through the ice. Get her through. Chop her in. All right. Get this set up. Get her plugged in. Get her running. All right. The Smart Bot has activated. As soon as it hits the water, when that green light's on, she goes. Let's see what she's pumping. Wow. Pretty nice. Pretty nice so far. It's a 2-inch hose. Running full 2-inch. It's pretty good. And like I said, that won't burn out because the minute it loses detection of water, it shuts off. You know how many times you're sitting in the bottom of muck and it's going next thing you know, your pump is gone. We got to pull that catch basin. I do have a 10-inch pipe coming out this way. This was a retention detention pond, so it held the water to retain it, then it detained it by dropping it out, so it never went above a foot in here. I have a 4-inch pipe coming into that catch basin, the 10-inch pipe coming out, so if it overflowed to 4, it would drop in my grate and then take 10. So it worked out really well. So what happened was he bought this land. This was all trees at one point. When he first cleared it, then you had all, you know, this 100-year forest, had all that erosion come down. It flooded this road several times, mud and everything. Town kept getting on him. That's when I came over and put in this system. He had a somewhat road built in, but we put this snake road all the way up to the top of this other road, put in a septic fill system up on top, did all that about 8 years ago. So when he goes to put his house, he'll be all set. Again, this is a recreational pond. Now he's turning it from a retention pond because it never fills up. Even though this is abandoned and plugged off for the last 2 years, he plugged the pipes off. It never fills up and overflows. We used to have an overflow there, which we'll put that back in. And like I said, I'm going to try to dig up some pictures, but the software that I use for editing doesn't let me put pictures on for some reason. This was really nice when it was first done. So he's got limestone in here, and he does a lot of landscaping. Like all this was all put in by him, topsoil and stuff. We're gonna make it this level all the way around. Now we're raising the retention pond or recreation pond, say, and we're gonna put a shelf on the whole inside. Then he's gonna line it with a liner and put these rocks all on the inside as like a seating and decorative and whatnot, and then have a waterfall coming down here and pump back in. And do all that jazz. But right now, all we're doing is the initial start of it. We're gonna reshape this pond and build the shelf all the way around it and just shape it. And then in the springtime or so, he's gonna place his rocks and do whatnot. And he's also gonna have a retaining wall back in there, and we're gonna cut a notch in for all that and use that dirt for over here. Don't want to talk too much, we got to get to work. Again, this has to pump down, but we'll be back on site. Well, at the end of the day, it looks pretty dry in there. No more water coming out. Pump is still has that automatic shut off, and it keeps it primed, so it automatically shuts it off but keeps it primed. Pretty good, pretty good. Well, I gotta say, at the end of the day, the SmartBot impressed me. Auto flow, no dirt in the bottom, worked pretty dang good. I'll put a link in the description. They got them in all different sizes, different horsepowers. Back on site next morning, cold one, 3 degrees, letting everything warm up. Frosty, frosty. Just gonna pluck these rocks out of here, get them out of my way, move a tree, and get access into this area. I got a print or a sketch the landowner made me, so hopefully we can make sense of this. So this is the hand sketch here. This little squiggly mustache looking thing back here is going to be a retaining wall, probably an 8-footer. This is the retention pond. It's not this shape, it's egg shaped, which it's probably going to have to stay egg shaped. But that ribbon band there is a shelf. That's the shelf, and in the back there's going to be a bigger shelf. He says here on the sides will be a 2-foot by 2-foot shelf all the way, and then on this side will be a little bigger shelf for a platform. That's about the gist of it. Pretty simple, basic. I mean, there's other stuff on here that he's going to be doing and stuff at a later date once in the springtime, once the weather cooperates. But first things first, let's get this thing shaped up, cleaned up. Just exercising the machine, only 3 degrees, you know. Work this bucket back and forth, stretch it just like you stretch it in the morning, do all your functions. But the bucket itself, this bucket curl, really warms it up the best. If you just hold it like till it closes, and then just hold the lever, and it will put it over relief. But I do all my functions just to mix the cold fluid as it gets warmer. Do this for about 10 minutes or so, and then I'm ready to go. All right, we got some big limestone. I'm gonna set these over here for now because we're not gonna be disturbing this area where the tree is, I hope. If things change, we'll move them again. All right, just making a little bench, heading on up. And I'm gonna expose that catch basin. See what we got down in here. No, adjust the camera for you guys. There's some hooks on that catch basin. Like I said, that catch basin's leaving. And we will hook a chain to it. Not trying to mix mud right now, just clearing out the brush so I can get down in there. And we'll lift it out. There is a 10-inch pipe coming out the right side and a 4-inch pipe, which I don't care about, on the left. But we expose this, and we're gonna have to wiggle it out of that pipe without breaking the knockout any more than it probably is. Trying to break the suction here. It's all in the mud. I did place this on fabric, a bed of stone, a foot of stone, and some fabric. I got the strap hooked to the tooth, but it's only on one side. There's two. There we go. Nope, broke that strap. A lot of pressure there. Usually I have a lot of chains in my truck, but I took them out on that last video doing the HYDREMA, moving them trees. So I'm gonna have to run back to the shop, which is only 2 minutes down the road, to grab them. I just don't want to break this catch basin because I'll reuse it, you know. I'll have to grab my chains. knock the top grate off, obviously that's a lot of weight too. But if I keep it intact, there's 2 hooks, 2 like D-ring pieces of cable on each side of that grate. I'll hook a chain right to it, pull it up. Got the chain hooked on, just scooped it up. Turn that radio off. YouTube don't like the radio. Let's pick it and pull it over this way to get that out. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to slide it out of that pipe. I mean, I probably should cut the pipe, but work it like this, nice and easy. There she is. Come on, get out from that pipe. It's not released from that pipe yet. There, the pipe's breaking. Come on, the machines are tipping. When I go like that, it slides back in the pipe, I believe. Well, maybe not. Oh yeah, the pipe's still connected. Come on, break off. There she goes. And there goes the water. Oh, that was deeper than I thought. Lordy, lordy, that was deeper than I thought. I thought that was only a 3-footer I put in there. Huh. She was a tall boy. Well, there's the pipe down there. There's the 4-inch there. Nice and nice. Stayed intact. Did a little bit of scratching on it when I was picking it with the teeth, but that don't matter. Nice. We'll set this over here. So that 4-inch plug pipe right there, I punch that in because that's the detention part of a retention pond. So a retention pond holds water, all right? And then it just dissipates through the earth or whatnot. But a detention pond holds water and then lets water out. And that's what I made there. So I can explain that if anybody's confused on that. But it always will drain down to that 4-inch, and then if it fills up too much and that 4-inch can't take it, it goes in the grate and then out the 10-inch. And then once the 10-inch is done and the storm has stopped, it recedes back into the 4-inch, and then it always maintains the level of the 4-inch. So whatever you want your water level to be, you could adjust your 4-inch. Now, I put it basically only 6 inches of water in there or whatnot at the time. We're gonna get the pump and start pumping this water back out because that's pretty deep right there, and that's the lowest point, and I'll be able to pump it all out and get this thing drier. Don't know. Let's give it a test to see how mucky it is in the bottom anyways. Oh yeah. Couple feet of muck in there. Enough to get a machine stuck, that's for sure. Alright, day 2 on the pump here. Pumping it out. Letting it go right in the existing catch basin over there, storm sewer. Pump's working awesome, gotta say. I just cutting this grade and filling in the trench that the landowner had dug. Get it, so I get the machine over on the other side. This will all freeze tonight, but we're supposed to get some warmer weather. The pond is pumping down good. We just got that little bit left right where the pump is, and it's probably draining all under there, but like I said, it's mucky. But if I get the overburden off, she might get a crust on it and we could do something with it, but I don't know. I don't think there's enough dirt here to do what he wants to do for the berm in the back, but we will find out. Just peeling back the cattails and the ice, and there's water running under there like crazy. I dropped the water from the ice a good foot or so. Pulling this back. It looks like I'm gonna have to get the Busa. This is probably the easiest way. Get that loaded out and then bring it around the back side of the dam. Like I said, back here we gotta bring that dam up a couple feet. Just what the homeowner's drawn up and what he wants. So gotta do what the landowner wants. you want to get paid. But all this stuff, we'll just pull back for now, just going nice and easy, not trying to mix it with mud. Still raking, letting the water go down easy, so I just went back and cut a little path. It's working out pretty good. It's supposed to warm up tomorrow, so that would be awesome. Pulling it up as I go so the water drains back down in from the initial cut. I don't know, you know what I mean? This is just a homemade jobby. Now we took a working retention pond and we're trying to make a swimming recreational pond out of it, but it's not, you know, we're limited for room. We got, you know, this tree we can't disturb here, so I mean theoretically I'd like to start fresh and track and pack and go right around this thing like a NASCAR Bristol dirt track, you know, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Gotta work with what we got. But the bottom seems hard. Only a foot of muck in there, which is pretty good. I know when I initially dug this, it was hard. I dug down to hard ground, you know. So nicely, just combing the bottom, keeping my water in the center, just combing the bottom. It's got the whole pond combed. Got this little chunk right here. Putting all the stuff to the side so I can grab it after. Got a little happy with that scoop. That's okay. Just notch this and put it over here. Still let the water run. Then we're gonna sit up here and give an old path right to the pump. Property line where it's really low, it's gonna get, we'll flatten that out and put dirt over the top, biodegradable. Looks like a beaver's dam, huh? Back on site. Gotta say, I'm impressed with this pump. 2-inch pump. It is, just so you guys remember, the Smart Bot. It's an auto flow and it works flawlessly. I tell you, it's tough. I've been beating it, kicking it, doing a good review on this thing. Ice, I let it freeze overnight, didn't bother it. What can I say? Check it out. I'll put the link in the description. Got all the cattails out yesterday, or yesterday I was sick, so stayed home all day. But today, just got a layout trying to get this pond. We're supposed to get some deep freeze the next 2 days. Hopefully that will help me be able to, with this muck, will freeze up and it won't sink a machine. But got my boy Max here fishing. He loves frogs and critters, I'll tell you that. That's all I got to do to tell him, to get him on a job, that there's frogs and stuff. He's been fishing in here. Oh, you got more. Tadpole.
Guys, look at, I found a frog.
Got a frog. Look at all these tadpoles in there.
And
got ones with he's got ones with legs coming out. So that catch basin's full of them. All right, Max is releasing the tadpoles at our home creek here. Here, walk right on the beaver dam.
Okay. Whoa.
I'm gonna put them out in here, nice and slow. There you go. There they go. Nice.
Oh, look at them. They're all swimming.
Yep.
See? Oh, that big
They're
one.
happy.
Yeah.
Back on site. Finally, the Abercrombie and Finch finally got us. The whole family was down, but we're feeling better now. We're all negative. Unbelievable. Everything's frozen because it's been like, it's only 7 degrees now. It's been 7 degrees for the high yesterday, the last couple of days, so I could get down in this pond here, and because there's like a foot of muck, and you see I'm cleaning it up. Just gonna slick it all off, pile it all here, and then bail it up here where it needs to be, and to see where we go from there. What the weather lets us do. If I could bring the dozer and cut that backside and bring more dirt around here, I will. Other than that, this thing's should have been done. I just got sick. What was I gonna do? But it had to be frozen for me to get in there anyways. I didn't know what I was gonna do there. It's just easier when it's frozen. Let's just put it that way. Follow this down like so. Take that foot of slop out of there. It's nice and firm right now, which is good. Otherwise this would be like muckety muck, like Let's Dig 18's material. And then this will get frozen, and I'll be able to shape this better with the skid steer I got here. I mean, we'll see what, like I said, how it plays out. The video all messed up again. My mind isn't right. I tell you, that Abercrombie definitely messes you up. You're like in a daze for days. But if this was not being a line system, we'd be tackling this way different, you know. Still bailing and slicking at the same time. Just giving it a quick slick on the bottom so it gives a quick flash freeze. Just bailing all the muck out till you get to the decent dirt, all the cattails, and this will make good fill. It's like waterproof. About halfway through the pond, got a big pile here. Gonna have to bail this again. Just playing the bailing game, that's it right now. But making sure I get it all out and not burying any in there. All right, up on top, that was a little eventful. Getting out of this icy pond. Had to do some trickery to get out. She kept sliding in. When I first went off the embankment to get down in the pond, I tried going over to the right over here where you still see the snow on this ledge, and she was going down in, man. She went in fast, and I had to walk it sideways to get out. But right now, just up on top, and just going to take this dirt and lay it on over here and act as a backing for the pond dam. It's actually not bad dirt. All of them cattails will break down and becomes good soil. Ice and tracks do not mix, man. I tell you, it's like a toboggan. Still bailing, cleaning up as I go a little bit, trying to pack this in a little. Alright, on the last little piece here of cattails, bailing out. Gonna have to go get the dozer. We got 2 days of, like, you know, 20-degree weather, and it's gonna stay in the 20s at night, which obviously still freezing, but by the weekend we're gonna be back into like the 0 degrees. So gotta knock this out, get the shape of everything going today and tomorrow. So if I get the dozer, get this thing tracked in and packed in the shape, and I can use all the dirt from the bottom here after the cattails are out to do some more shaping, we'll be in good shape. Diesel bucket. All right, got excavator out. Went down in with the KUBOTA. Hopefully I can get out of here. I just piled some up here. It's icy out here and it's really steep, and I was trying to pack this the best I could. I'll be able to get the excavator up there and shape this a little bit better. It's kind of mucky right now, but this is it for the bottom. I'll get out of here. You can see they got the shelf starting to go around, which will be all the rocks. Haven't took the laser out, been doing everything by eye because I don't think it's too close, but it's not too far off. We still need a lot of dirt. I gotta cut in all back there where that snow is. I tried to get the D51 here, but I'm trapped at the yard because if we had huge ice storms, I can't get out. Hopefully tomorrow I can cut this in, come back around on this side and pack that whole back side. See what happens. She's just sliding back right there on her own. It's hitting this ice, this chunk of ice wall right here, and that's where it's stopping. It is pretty straight up and down now. Yeah. Gonna have to pull it out. Well, I told you I had brain fog. Totally lost a ton of footage getting the skid steer out. I had to chain it and drag it up out. That was a good part that you missed. So frustrating. But just going around cleaning up this shelf, and I just shot it with a laser. It was a foot off in some spots, and then which I knew it was. Like I said, I just roughed it in. The back's all level now, all the way about to here, and right where I'm sitting is going to be a low spot. Bottom of the pond looks decent, and then you know, some shaping up to do right here once I could get back out where that snow and ice is. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe it'll be supposed to be 37. It'll be a little soft. I can get out there with the tracks, because right now they slide. I almost went in the pond a couple different times. But yeah, that's about it for today. Hopefully tomorrow I can get the dozer over here and get this shaped up and packed and tracked in a little bit better. Go from there. Back on site, feeling a little bit better today. Still a little bit of fog here. Just cutting this back side of the pond here to get more dirt. Plus we have to cut this anyways for the retaining wall that's going in over here. Baling it over here. Then hopefully I can get the dozer over here. Had the lot salted and sanded last night. Hopefully I can get the truck out and get the dozer here and shape this up real quick and shape the back side of that pond dam and see how that little belly is in that over here. We're gonna leave a 1 foot drop. Just loading up the dozer. Looking good. Right here is going to be our overflow. That will get rip wrap in the springtime. That depression right there. All the shelves come out good. Let's get up and walk around. All right. Gave ample amount of room for shelving, you know, because these limestones here probably going to be better than stone. You could rate, because they're different thicknesses, get it, put it in pea stone, then you could adjust it from there. Probably extend this culvert through into there. I'm not sure what he's going to do there. Again, the retaining wall goes through here, There's a 1 foot higher difference from this shelf to that back shelf, and it's also deeper, and that's the way it was designed in the print. This has like a little eyebrow in it, and the wall will actually be out here, be like 8 foot, and then you got tons of room to put stone and then fill into that hill so that it's more safer for the driveway to come down. But everything shaped out pretty good. Just about 3 days in it. Fighting the weather, of course, but we did have 2 good days of weather, but everything is nicely shaped. Again, it's gonna have a liner in it, it's gonna have a well to pump it, clean water, and it's a swimming recreation pond. It used to be a retention pond. Now it's gonna be a swimming recreation pond. It's all good though. All right, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully you guys get to see this, because I got sick with the Rona and it screwed this whole video up, because you do get fogged out, man. My brain, I couldn't think. I didn't even know where I ended up with the video, and I missed a lot of stuff. The second day I was filming and the GoPro I just wasn't working with me because I couldn't think or nothing. So I lost a lot of footage, but so if you see it, you see it. Catch you guys on the next one.